Now, we're joined by Citigroup's Kota Ezawa. He's the top-rated analyst on Sony. Good morning to you.
Good morning.
Now, what do you think the chances are of Sony raising third-year profit and then turning that loss forecast for the full year into a profit forecast?
Actually, I'm seeing almost all business line could show kind of recovering phase, like Bravia LCD TV or Digicam, camcorder, or even a semiconductor and component side as well. And also they have a financial business or entertainment or movie or music. This kind of software business will show a kind of recovery. So the company should be getting more confident about their restructuring plan and together with the recovery in profit.
So what are you expecting for full year there then in terms of net income?
I'd like to talk about the operating profit. I don't have the net income numbers in my mind. The third quarter number, my forecast is 50 billion yen. However, the Sony Ericsson posted a pretty good number in January. And also we had some good news in the music side or DVD or in the movie business. So the numbers could be much higher than 50 billion yen.
You mentioned the Bravia TV is doing quite well. Now, Sony has had a lot of problems in the past year because the Koreans, Samsung, LG, have basically been able to undercut it because of the differential between $1 and yen dollar. Now, Sony's saying that it's going now full tilt with 3D, 9 televisions and a DVD player on sale from Sunday. What do you make of that tactic? How much do you expect 3D to contribute to revenue going forward?
Yes, the 3D TV will be the main driver for Sony and also for other major TV brands. Now I see around 1 million unit for 2010 as a whole market as a 3D TV, and it will increase to 3 to 4 million in 2011.
Mr. Ezawa, and Mike, I want to ask you, much has been ballyhooed and made of this whole 3D momentum. I remember seeing, scenes from movie theaters in America, black and white ones back in the 50s when they tried 3D, and it kind of went away for a generation. Is there too much attached to this whole to these hopes and this, the aspirations for 3D, Mr. Ezawa?
Yes, the 3D technology itself didn't change, haven't been changed for a long time. Yeah. But what I'm hearing is the technology is getting better, and that's now it's good enough to for the people to enjoy even in a reception room in a home.
But this is not something you can do just simply by buying one new machine. I mean, we've got all the stuff that goes into it, the Blu-ray, the discs, the DVDs. I mean, it's like moving in. Is it like moving from vinyl, from LP, and then that migration to the compact disc? It took many, many years for the compact disc to take over and wean people off 33 1/3 RPM vinyl albums. I mean, is this that sort of an initiative?
Yes, I see a not that rapid penetration like LED backlight TV we see in the last year. The 3D TV may have to take a bit longer time than that, but the major differences from the decades ago, like analog to digital shift, the 3D content can be downloaded by online once the TV connects to the internet. So that's the one opportunity for 3D TV manufacturers.
Ezawa-san, what do you think about restructuring? String has been fairly brutal in terms of cutting jobs, cutting factories, farming out production. Is that now over, or do you see more cost cutting down the road into the next fiscal year?
Yes, I believe the company is quite successful in restructuring. What the company is actually doing is they're shutting down their TV manufacturing sites or selling their manufacturing sites, and more shifting to an outsourcing strategy to OEM, ODM vendors, and that will contribute the company's profit starting from probably later 2010.
Ezawa-san, Bernie in Hong Kong again. The last few months in the tech arena, the kind of stuff which has really dominated is Android phones, the migration from netbooks to smart books, and in the last couple of weeks, Steve Jobs has been getting a lot of free press because of the the iPad and the tablet momentum and all that stuff. We haven't really spoken at any length about the VAIO and about, you know, offerings in the connectivity space aside really from the TV and the 3D and the games. Does Sony need to do a little bit, do they need to burn a little bit extra oil, on the VAIO? The VAIO used to be sort of the runaway #1 you'd think of when you thought of the top ranks of quality among laptops, but clearly that that attention has been diffused with with all the things that we've seen appear on the scene.
I think the VAIO notebook PC by itself is not #1 market share globally anymore. And however, they can diversify the technology or the experience to, let's say, an ebook, the brand name reader, or even a tablet PC in the future. So that's the opportunity.
Does Sony have a big enough arsenal today? I mean, they're not doing a lot of things they used to do, but they still have, of course, games, televisions. The Bravia is still a recognizable household name. The VAIO, as we mentioned, the Cybershot. Take it or leave it. I've seen people shopping, and they don't have to have their. You don't have to have a Sony product when it comes to digital still photography. There are many other offerings out there. How lean and mean is their entire product arsenal right now?
They have a lot of products they used to have, and they're trying to keep that diversification. I think the major change the company made was they're no longer kind of high-end only, high quality only product company, but they're more keen about making more higher market share. Even making a bit more mid-end or lower-end products. So I think if company is successful to diversify to lower-end, I think the margin should improve, and that creates another chance to improve new technology or new high-end products.
Okay, finally, Ezawa-san, what do you need to see from Howard Stringer? What do you need to see from Sony today that will make you change your call on this name to an even higher rating than you have? Is there any higher rating than buy? I don't think so, right?
Yeah,
heavy,
high
strong
the
buy?
highest. No, the buy is the highest. I'd like to see the company keep going their restructuring program. This is a massive challenge for the traditional Japanese companies. And Sony is taking clear leadership in terms of more flexibility and a more aggressive, play in the global competition. So I just want them keep going forward.
Mr. Ezawa, thank you very much for joining us. I know you'll have another busy day today going through the lines when Sony reports.